and one of my friends called Chandler. He was the biggest blockchain influencer at that time. He got 8 million fans at that time.
Oh my.
And at that time he used 200 bitcoins to buy a Rolls Royce. At that time, I was really impressed. In 2016, the same friend Chandler, so he came to me, talked to me, hey, Dafu, do you know Ethereum? It is only $5 right now. And right now it is around 2,200, 2,300 about so.
So if you had put money then, it would have multiplied how many X?
Oh my God. Yeah, at least thousands, I would say.
1,000 times. You make money 1,000 times. If you put money in a startup, you may get 10x back. You put money in a technology like this, you get 1,000x back. Okay.
Frankly speaking, I really didn't know so much about cryptocurrency, about blockchain technology. At that time, it sounded like a scam for me. So I didn't all in, I didn't buy anything.
Hello and welcome to another fantastic episode of Pitch Café Podcast. What would you say if I'm going to tell you that in future, people don't need to go to banks, but banks will come to them. You don't need to go deposit money, but you can, at a click of a button, send money to anywhere, to anyone, at any time you want. You don't need to deal with middlemen at all. Cash will move easily and freely, and it doesn't belong to any centralized institution. Will you believe that? And will you believe that I'm sitting next to somebody who is trying to make this happen through OnePiece Labs? This is this amazing ecosystem where lots of similar like-minded thinkers like me and him are building startups to make Web3 a reality. Now, let me tell you what Web3 is. We are all used to a world where all our content goes to a central location. Somebody else makes money out of our content, and then we become contributor without getting compensated. There was a time where we sat on computers without a network. Internet came, and then our content started going to companies which used our intelligence, our data, and then made money. We didn't get anything back. Web3 is the time where people who create content are going to make money. So without further ado, let's bring one of the rising stars in the Web3 space, one of the co-founding members of OnePiece Labs here in Silicon Valley. Dafu, welcome to Pitch Café Podcast.
Thank you very much for the invite, and thank you for all the kind words. Yeah, I hope I can definitely be a real star in the future. Yeah.
Wonderful. So, Dafu, tell us all about how you started becoming an investor, and you have this ecosystem for incubating. I would say you're a venture studio, but you're an ecosystem for nurturing Web3 startups. Tell us all about your journey.
So for myself, firstly, I got into blockchain technology within 2015. At that time, I was involved with a blockchain incubator called Garage Cafe, and I was managing their US branch. So actually, Garage Cafe was the world's first blockchain incubator, and it incubated almost all the big guy, all the OG for blockchain. Right now, you have known. So like CZ, like Du Jun, like Chandler Guo, these people. So I was lucky enough to manage their US branch at that time, and one of my friends called Chandler. He was the biggest blockchain influencer at that time. He got 8 million fans at that time.
Oh my God.
So he came here, talked to me, and told me that, hey, Dafu, do you know Bitcoin? You should learn about it. And it is only $200 right now. And at that time, he used 200 Bitcoins to buy a Rolls Royce. At that time, I was really impressed. I didn't know, at that time, cryptocurrency for me sound like just like a virtual credit or something. I didn't know it can really interact with the real world. So I was very impressed.
What has happened now? Why are you telling us this story? How much has the price gone up?
Oh, right now it's about 42,000, 43,000 around that.
So if you had put money then, it would have multiplied how many X?
Oh my God. Yeah, at least thousands, I would say.
1,000 times. You make money 1,000 times. If you put money in a startup, you may get 10x back. You put money in a technology like this, you get 1,000x back. Okay, continue please.
Yeah, but sadly, because I didn't learn too much, so I didn't purchase Bitcoins at that time,
No, but it's not too late, never too
Right.
late. You can always join the
It's
game.
never too late.
Yeah.
So after that, in 2016, the same friend Chandler Bauer, so he came to me, talked to me, hey, Dafu, do you know Ethereum? It is only $5 right now. And right now it is around 2,200, 2,300 about so. And for the last bull run, it was more than $4,000 per Ethereum.
Oh my God.
So because frankly speaking, I really didn't know so much about cryptocurrency, about blockchain technology. At that time, it sounded like a scam for me. So I didn't all in, I didn't buy anything. Yeah, I feel bad right now.
A lot of people still think it's a scam. Many people are always skeptical. So tell us what happened before the pandemic, during the pandemic, and after the pandemic. 2021, everybody's going gaga about cryptocurrencies. Elon Musk is talking about tokens. Everybody's coming up, this Dogecoin and things like that. So what happened before and during and after pandemic? How did things change?
Yeah, definitely. So before pandemic, that was a bull run during 2017, and that was we call it ICO era, initial coin offering. And it was very bad because there were so many scam people. They just use white paper, copy some other people's posts, and they just say, hey, this is my new project, and they can easily raise tons of money. And they don't care about their investors, their followers, their users. They just make tons of money from them, and eventually just get lost. I would say that was very bad. And after that, in 2018, there was a big bear market, so the Bitcoin price went down quite a bit. And however, after the pandemic, so starting from to the end of 2020, so there's this new concept of DeFi, decentralized finance. Frankly speaking, it is not so new a concept. However, the sector works pretty well. So at that time, there were so many DeFi projects. They raised very, very good amount of money. And their followers, their users can also make tons of money because they were very early investors of these projects. So because of this, and also there were several SocialFi projects at that time also went pretty big. So Web3 eventually, or you can say blockchain eventually got into the public size. And so that was 2020 and 2021. And also the next year, 2021, there was this NFT and Metaverse concepts. So there was some very big NFT project there, like BAYC, like the Punk.
So tell us in simple words. Let's say there's a 10-year-old kid. You're explaining what is NFT. What is NFT? How does it work?
So NFT actually it is called non-fungible token. So frankly speaking, right now the usage of NFT it is still used mostly is used like a profile picture. So we call it PFP. Okay. So people purchase this kind of NFT and use it as your headshot or your icon. And it can only be yours because it is fully on chain. And when you buy it, it will only be yours. So unless you trade it to others. So
I have one thought here. The Hollywood industry is having a lot of issues with deep fakes. Can you solve the deep fake problem by tokenizing a person's voice or his personality? Because in some movie industries, they're going and placing an IP protection on their voice. Some Hollywood movie stars and international stars, their voice is very popular.
Yeah.
If you tokenize that or you have an NFT associated with it, nobody can own their voice in their other videos. Only they can own the voice.
Yeah, it is kind of like a patent in it, right?
Right.
So NFT can definitely works the similar way. So you can use your voice, use your some scenes of your previous movies, or like even yourself, like your body, as part of your NFT, and you can sell it to your followers and make sure that no one can overuse your stuff. However, I would say for this kind of stuff, it is really hard to regulate and monitor because right now the AI technology is rising. Right. So you can easily make a video of, let's say, Elon Musk or like Trump or anyone. And so for the audience, it is hard to tell the difference, from the fake and the real.
Yeah.
So eventually, I would say in the future, AI technology can definitely affect this industry. However, I would say Web3 technology can support and contribute a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Wonderful. Wonderful. So, you're here at OnePiece Labs, and this is an incubator where you host regularly hackathons, pitch dojos, and then you also have webinars. Is that right? So what is this ecosystem? You have a lab where you're experimenting on new startup ideas. You have a fund, and then you bring in the best investors, the best minds. So what is this ecosystem, and what are you doing here in Silicon Valley?
That's a very good question. So, and we are really proud of this. So last year, me and my partner KJ, we co-founded OnePieceLabs in here, Santa Clara, Silicon Valley, and we call ourselves incubator. However, we are mainly doing three things: incubation, community building, and investment. So a little bit more background about these three stuff. So for investment, we are backed by Sequoia and several family offices. And we have invested about close to 50 startups, including several portfolio from our main fund called Honest Capital. So they are pretty big. They mainly invest on Web2, and they are managing $200 million right now. And that is our investment side. And for our incubation, we have completed 3 batches, totally about 51 startups. And we have done it with different layer ones, different ecosystem, bring them and make them better and make them eventually suitable for the next bull run. I would say get ready for the next bull run. So that is our incubation. And for our community, right now I can say we are the most active Web3 community in the Bay Area. So before November, we were actively hosting 4 to 6 events per month. And within 1 year and a half, we have hosted 103 events. We just
103 events. Okay. Wonderful. You're very active in San Francisco ecosystem. That is a very vibrant ecosystem. A lot of youngsters there. So tell us, you have your incubation wing, you have the events. What kind of fund is, the OnePiece Ventures fund? How do you differentiate yourself? How are you different?
Yeah, that's a good question. Frankly speaking, there are so many Web3 funds out there, and they all have different scenarios. They all invest in different sectors, different vectors. And for us, actually, I would say the main way we distinguish ourselves is that we definitely care about the projects in a long run way. So we don't want the founders to do rug pull. That is definitely forbidden. So no one can do rug pull under our portfolio. And that is the number one stuff. And next one is that we have very good post-investment support for these startups. It is not just we give you money and you build yourself. No, it is not like that. So we will bring all kinds of Web3 resources to make these startups grow faster and into the next stage after we invest in them. So, and talking about the teams we invested, I would say we definitely have different scenario. And for us, I would say the most important thing is always about the people. So whether or not they have very good background, they have done projects before, and they have a big heart, they care about the ecosystem, they care about the technology industry. So I would say for us, people are always the number one stuff.
Wonderful. So this is amazing. So what kind of check sizes will you write, and where in the journey of product market fit should the founder be? How do you put the check on the founder? Like, what is the range of your check sizes? So our check size, I would say, to be frank, we are a pretty small fund. We are managing $10 million, and our check size is pretty small. So we only invest in pre-seed and seed rounds, and our check size is usually under $500,000. Wonderful. And is there any specific trait you look for other than experience, or do you look for the candidate to have built startups before, or should they be from a good college, or what is your criteria? So I will say all the things you just mentioned matter. So the background, the colleges, the previous working experience, and whether or not they are serial entrepreneur. And so one word, their previous background, previous experience is very important for us. Besides this, we also look into the directions, tokenomics, communities, go-to-market, different kinds of strategy. And still, the most important thing is about the people. Wonderful. So, Dafu, the kind of problems a founder works on, the problems they pick, it defines their destiny, how successful this startup is. Where are the good problems coming from right now in the Web3 ecosystem? Where are the exciting startups being built?
So I would say it is always based on the real user case. Yeah, it's always about the real user case. Some of the founders, when they had an idea and they will think, hey, I found this problem and I want to solve that. However, if they don't do a very good market research, that might be just imaginary problem. It may not be a real problem. No one need it. So I would say, to answer your question, I would say first one is a real user case solving a real problem, and second one is always to be innovative. Because frankly speaking, for now, Web3 industry or blockchain industry, we have basically included all kinds of technology combined with Web3 already. So we have DeFi, GameFi, Web3 games, and the Metaverse, and RWA, AA, and PC, basically everything are already there. So how you can find a very unique path or a very unique direction that no one has ever found, and you can figure out a good business model or tokenomics on that, boom, you will be successful, I believe. Yeah.
Wonderful. That's some great advice coming from a seasoned person in the industry. Any of you who wants to build a startup in this particular space, please check out that advice. So are you particularly proud of any startup you've invested in?
Oh my God, I'm proud of all of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who is rocking it right now in this bull market?
Oh yeah, I will.
Bear market, sorry.
Yeah. How many I can say?
You can say top 3.
Oh, top 3. Okay. Oh my God, it's so hard to decide.
To pick the good one. Okay. Tell me in terms of the revenue. Who is making great revenue? ARR, good ARR.
Yeah, that is also a very good question, because frankly speaking, for Web3 industry, we do not check business model quite much, right? So it is always about, because...
Is it more B2C? Is that the model, or how does it work?
Yeah, I would say there are B2B and also there are B2C. However, from my perspectives, so I would say B2B are quite similar for Web2 companies. So just adding decentralization into it. I would say this part we might not add into it, because I'm not a big fan of B2B. I only care about B2C. And I believe for Web3 industry, it's always community game. So you can to individual, to communities, but B2B for me is more of a Web2 model. So I can pick several companies.
You know what I think from what you said just now?
Yeah.
The whole Web2 world, which is doing business in B2B, converting them into a B2C, decent, is an entire market which you can put money in. And I think there are lots of opportunities there. And the thing is, people are not understanding, how do you make somebody understand what is Web3? Let's say somebody is new to this technology, they're hesitating to adopt. How will you explain Web3 to them?
Yeah, so actually this idea was made by blockchain people, and different investors, different experts have different concepts about it. If you ask 10 investors, they might give you 8 different answers about what is Web3. For me, frankly speaking, I would consider Web3 more of a technology carnival. So you have the ground. The ground is blockchain technology. And each one of you, pay attention, not companies. So each one of us can build your own games based on this ground. And your own games can be combined with different technology. So you have roof rollers, and you have the pirate ship. So that can be AR, VR, that can be AI, that can be fintech, that can be bio. That can be anything about the current other industries. However, you manage your own stuff, and you have the fully control of your own stuff. So anyone go to your game need to pay you instead of pay the whole carnival. So for me, I would say Web3 is more of a lifestyle, combining blockchain technology and all different kind of technologies, and giving everyone a decentralized lifestyle. Yeah.
Wonderful. So, imagine a time where we all went to the movie theaters to watch movie and we couldn't watch movies anywhere. Today I can watch a movie on my phone, and if I want to purchase a movie, I make a payment on my phone. So this is the kind of transition we're talking about for any kind of content and any kind of asset. For instance, can you give me a use case where crypto can be used by someone to buy a home, like a real home or a digital home? Can you give me an example how that works?
Yeah, actually that already happened. So remember my friend Bar, so actually he bought a home with the crypto. Yeah.
Oh my
So
God.
firstly,
That's
he bought a Rolls Royce with a crypto, right? And after that, he bought a home with cryptocurrency because it is all based on consensus. So the buyer and the seller. So if the seller can accept that, hey, I can do cryptocurrency. I don't need fiat. I don't need US dollars or anything. And if they reach consensus with the buyers, then the buyers can definitely offer cryptocurrency. Yeah.
How will the county approve that money? Like you have to, you in the banks, they have an escrow account. They sell that account to the loan provider. How does that work?
Yeah, so usually we do crypto to crypto. So you give someone else the cryptocurrency, they can keep it. If they want to cash out, they can use different channels, maybe OTC or any regulated exchanges, and to exchange the cryptocurrency into fiat. And of course, they need to pay the tax. And so I would say it is quite similar to getting a salary or getting real money, real fiat. You still need to pay tax regulated under the law, by the law. And so it is just different kinds of payment method, I would say.
Yeah, what if the crypto value falls down? Are they going to lose the...
They will.
That's
They will. That is the investment. Unless they use a stable coin. Yeah, just like USDC, USDT. However, I believe most of the people prefer regular or mainstream cryptocurrencies like Bitcoins, Ethereum, or Doge. So I would say these are very important. So if they accept these coins in a very low price, so for the next bull run, actually their assets will rise maybe 10x or something. So you definitely have the risk of losing money. However, you also have the opportunity of getting more asset into this, getting more value. Yeah.
Wonderful. So there's one question, you're an investor. I'm sure you think a lot about this. The way crypto rocked us in 2021, everybody was talking about it. And then now in 2022, 23, it is Gen AI. These technologies are not growing linearly. They are growing exponentially.
Right.
Anything which is 5x now is 10x in 6 months. It's 100x in 1 year. To keep up with this kind of growth, what are the other technologies that will increase adoption of Web3? Because I see with AI, with like you were mentioning earlier today, with 6G, 7G, technologies, if they converge, then adoption of Web3 is imminent. It's going to happen. So what are all the things that need to come together for wide-scale adoption of this descent model or the Web3 model? What do you think are the...
Yeah, I would say all kinds of technology actually can combine with blockchain technology because blockchain technology can get you more secure, more decentralized way for doing business. So actually, it can be added to any kinds of technology. And talking about AI, and previously we have a Metaverse mainly based on AR, VR, those kind of stuff. So I would say in the future, all kinds of technology can be combined into Web3. And eventually, it can go into the metaverse. And for the metaverse, the experience can be very like in your real life.
So I sit and change my world to the work world. So and I go to work, and I'm sitting in the same place, and I come back to the home world, and I'm in the house. Same place, and I go to a party world and I can party.
Yeah, you just sit here.
Sitting in the place.
Yeah, definitely. You can switch into different scene and different rooms, different environments. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, everything looks exciting. What is the one thing that can be a problem for this technology, which you see, it's like a threat, which every founder, every investor needs to consider? What can go wrong? They say quantum cryptographers can build ways to break through blockchain, like that. What is, a threat, or what is it that we're not able to see right now? Like we're too excited, we can't see it.
Yeah, for Web3 technology,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Yeah, I would say that's a very good question. I think in the future, the main block will be the infra. Yeah, for me. So because right now the blockchain infrastructures are still evolving. However, I don't see it evolve at the same speed as other technologies, just like AI or AR, VR. So it is kind of slow. That is why so many amazing founders try to build more layer 1s and layer 2s to solve our infrastructure problems. And once it is all solved, I will say Web3 has all kinds of potential. It is just like AR, VR. People were blocked by the goggles, heavy goggles, and feel dizzy. However, if we solve this problem, then it will be in everyone's life. Yeah.
Wonderful. So Dafu, thank you so much for this
Thank you.
amazing heifer. We learned a lot and we are super excited to bring on Monica next. She's going to tell us all about wallets. She's a champion of OKX and she's their growth partner. Let's find out more from Monica. What the heck is a wallet and how it is different and more exciting than a regular bank account? Thank you so much,
Cool.
and let's bring on Monica.
Thank you for the invite.